Hey, it is your girl, the one, the only, spicy. Let me just turn up the volume on my phone. Put that on mute. Hey, what's up, everyone? It is your girl, the one, the only, spicy, and I'm here today for a general love reading. I have a very special guest with me because that's not my typical setup. Um, but maybe she'll come back around. When she comes back around, I'll show y'all Bella. Me and Bella. Come here, Bella. Bella is a puppy. She's a puppy. But here, she's obsessed with me. So I'll show you Bella. Let me turn it around. Say hi, Bella. Bella. Hey. When I tell you me and Bella are going to have a hot girl summer this summer, we really about to have a hot girl summer. But all right, y'all, it is the one and only. I'm here today with a general love reading. I know I was supposed to be on at 8 and at home, but I'm not home and it is not 8. So let's go ahead and get started. The live for tonight, of course, I'm going to do a general love reading. As always, I'm going to do a general love reading and a general reading like I typically do. And then I think I'm going to get into, things to look forward to in January concerning love. I'm really on my self-love kick right now, just, unconditionally loving myself, being more connected with God, being so much more grateful and appreciative. Mind you, I didn't show my nails yet because I'm not done with these nails. These nails still need to be filed. So I'm going to try my best to not show y'all any cards because I'm not done filing. So yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I think we're just going to go ahead and get into the reading. I'm not going to really waste any time. I hope all is well. I'm super obsessed with that song that's clearly going around where they're talking about our world, our society being ghetto as hell. And I'm ready to to get my Telfar bag and ask Scotty to beat me up. I'm so done, but nah, y'all know society ghetto as hell. Society is so ghetto right now. So, I really do find delight in giving these readings and giving encouragement because it's very easy to get lost in what is going on. It's very easy to continue pessimism and generational curses and going along with dysfunction and what you're used to. But no, we gotta break the cycle. We have to break out of the molds that our families have created for us, and it's time to create generational wealth and legacy. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what y'all are up to. Oh, okay. Well, y'all. Oh, okay. All right, so I see that a lot of people are still cutting people off. I guess that didn't end. So you're still cutting people off. You're cutting people off. You're evolving. If anything, I feel like If anything, I feel like you are becoming more of an interdependent person, which is good. As far as with the goddess deck, I typically, I'm reading for the week, but I just do like an energy update, which is weekly. So that's pretty cool. But for the most part, it seems like you all are transforming. You're really focused on being independent, but if you have relationships with other people, then you are more so focused on interdependence as opposed to codependence. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I can see that you all are more so focused on illuminating your crown chakra, which is the crown chakra is the only chakra that is external to our bodies. So it's like it's up here. You feel me? And it's up here. But basically, it's just like the gateway and the portal to spirit. So you receive instruction. You're receiving instruction basically you're receiving instruction and guidance from spirit. So it seems like a lot of you all are more so focused on illuminating that chakra, being more so connected with spirit, and it's really helping you to feel very confident. Like I also get the vibe that your solar plexus chakra is definitely opening up, and it is allowing you to shine. So a lot of you all are finally stepping or taking steps to become who you want to be, like who you see yourself as. A lot of you are taking steps to hella downloads, facts. A lot of you all are taking steps to, independence and being free. Just kind of doing your own thing. However, if you are with a group of people, if you have friends, you're more so focused on being with those friends that you could be interdependent with, as opposed to codependency. Because whenever codependencies come up, like that's like the gateway for a lot of lower level negative vibrations, especially in terms of relationships. That's where resentment comes up, guilt, shame, all that shit. And that's not really the type of time that you're on. And I can see that you are very much focused on balance, and you're focused on change. And you're kind of experiencing like the calm after the storm. So I feel like the storm already passed for you all. And now you're kind of just like, okay, like I think this came up last week where it's like, okay, what's next? Like it makes me think about that Megan song, what's new? Like what's next? What's new? Like spirit, what's next? So I feel like a lot of you all are, continuing your own personal transformations. You're at the calm after the storm. And if you are, communing and spending time with people, you're trying to spend time with people that make you feel good. You know what I'm trying to say? Is what I'm saying. But you're very much in an independent energy, kind of experiencing like the phoenix rising out of the ashes moment, where you're just like, okay, I'm done with all of that BS or whatever it was that you just got done going through. I know I went in depth last week just looking at different aspects of your relationship. I can't remember everything I said because typically when I channel something, I'm just like, okay, close the door to spirit, and I go about my day or my night. But yeah, so you can go back and watch last week if you have not watched it. It's on my page, but for the most part, you all are experiencing like a phoenix rising out of the ashes moment, which is pretty nice. And you're leaning on yourself. You're also, if you haven't acknowledged being on a twin flame journey, then you should look into it because it's really coming up that a lot of you all have probably dealt with the twin flame, or you just got done dealing with some really intense emotional relationship or something like that. And through that relationship, even though it was hard, or even though you struggled, see, it's patterns. So it definitely could have been patterns and cycles of relationships, negative relationships, abusive relationships. It's like you all are finally rising out of the ashes. And like I said, you're becoming independent. So if you're dealing with anybody, if you're gonna deal with anybody, this person has to be able to match you and assist you. Not assist you, but this person, like, they have to like, you want to feel secure, you want to feel happy, you want to feel radiant, you want to be yourself. So this person has to, in a way, like, not like allow you to be yourself, because you should be yourself regardless if somebody allows you to or not. But it's like you want to be around people that make you feel good, people that you feel good around, and you can make them feel good too. But it's something about like you just being very confident right now. Let's see, very confident. Yeah. So I got illusions in reverse. So you're very confident, and you're not disillusioned about who you are at this point in time. I feel like you are you're coming into yourself. Like, I feel like you even came into yourself. Ew. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you went through the coming of age time period. You know what I'm trying to say. You came of age, you matured, and it's like now you know who you are. You have a clear definition of who you are, and you're able to maintain yourself by yourself. But if you are with other people, then you're able to continue being yourself, and be interdependent. So yeah. Yep. Yep. Let me get something else down on independence. Yep. So a lot of you all are, because you came up out of a struggle or out of a hard time recently, it's like a lot of you all have, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, if you was just dealing with the twin flame, or you was dealing with a higher level soulmate, or someone that triggered you to change, that they triggered you to be independent. They triggered you, and it doesn't even have to be loving relationships. It could literally, well, it doesn't have to be an intimate relationship, but it could be a familiar relationship, a friendship. You know, there's different types of relationships, business relationship, but a lot of you all are very much so in the just do it, the just do it mode. So no action at this, you're not talking about shit, you're acting on shit. So that's kind of what's going on, and you're going about it yourself. I feel like you've spent a lot of time in the mud, and now you're just kind of like, all right, this is enough. I know who I am. I have a clear definition of who I am, and because you defined who you were, put that out into the universe, like, they definitely assisted you with this transformation, you know, by giving you these downloads. Like, hey, Simone Yael said, giving you these downloads and helping you to, you know, rise. And I feel like you're doing it now, and now you're ready to act. Now you're ready to just go and be ambitious, go and move forward. Let me get something else down on, you know, maybe it's like what you're looking forward to or something. What you're looking forward to. All right. So essentially, I think that what you should be looking forward to is the fact that even if you don't see all the work that you're putting in right now, materially, like if you're working hard on projects and you don't really see the money coming back, just understand that, like, you're basically like a tree where the roots are, you know, firmly planted underground. Like, the roots go down, like, I don't know how many feet, you know, trying to say, like, basically it's stuff that you've already advanced on, stuff that you already did that's beneath the surface, and it's waiting to come out. So it's like, now I feel like that's why you're ready to just go and just do it, because you might have hella projects that you haven't released yet, like Apple. Like, you might have had hella ideas and things that you probably haven't been able to act on, probably because of how you were just stuck in the mud. You probably could have been stagnant and whatnot. So now, because you're ambitious, it's like now you're ready to push forward. And, you know, there's a lot that's brewing underneath the surface for you positively, and that's going to come out. Now, what I can say that you should look forward to as well is looking forward to giving yourself your own assurance. Look forward to giving yourself your own validation in what you need. You know what I'm trying to say? Typically, because with me being a creative, I know, like, when I first really started putting myself out there, I felt some type of way because I felt like nobody paid attention, nobody cared, and blah, 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 blah. Then I read this book called Mastery, and that definitely changed my perception by, you know, letting me know that that's something that most creatives, all creatives, anybody that is stepping out of the box, that is something that they experience, because people don't know your vision. You don't even know the full extent of your vision either, or how to do it. You literally are just taking the steps that you need to take. So basically, what you need to look forward to is to continue being independent and give yourself the validation that you need. You know what I'm trying to say? Because what's coming up is, if you're ambitious and you're putting time, energy into what it is that you're doing, and other people see that, there's going to be people that's going to want to step up and help you, because they see what you're trying to do and they genuinely want to help. So understand that, like, you're not gonna have to walk it alone for a very long time, but at this time you should look forward to having complete creative control, or just doing your own shit. I don't know what else to say. Look forward to that. But what it's saying is that the validation you need will come. It will come. It's just that right now it's for you to validate yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? For you to build up your own for you to know your own, your own worth and to build up your self-esteem. But it seems like a lot of you are in the mode of where it's like, okay, I'm not talking anymore. I'm just about it. And you're stepping out and you're making progress. I'm kind of getting like the chariot energy. More so chariot energy. Like I'm moving forward and this is just what it is. I ain't even have to pull no tarot cards, but that's kind of what I got. Let me see. Let me see if I can get something else on your transformation. See if I can get another card down for that. And then, I don't know. Tell me, what should I read for? Tell me, what should I read for? What should I read for? Like, because I ain't really have nothing in particular. I was just going to look at maybe like love, what's coming up for you, self-love. But if anybody has any specific questions, you can feel free to ask because it is what it is. I'm here, y'all. So just going more so in depth about your own personal transformation and, your crown chakra opening up and stuff and you receiving all of these downloads. Like these downloads are assisting you with getting out from that in-between space. That in-between space where it's just kind of like, you're still doing what you might have been programmed to do, because we living in a matrix, but we spiritual beings. So you already know we in the middle of two worlds. Like we in the middle of two worlds. So for the most part, within your personal life, it's showing that, whatever it is that you've been doing, it's probably been, similar to me, it's probably been helping you, to earn a living, to take care of yourself and whatnot. Now it's showing that may not be essentially what it is that you want to do long term moving forward. So whatever creative projects that you really want to pursue, when you think about yourself, when you see an evolved version of yourself in your head, like when you visualize and see that, it's like saying that like you're almost there to being like who you want to be, but you're just in this in-between spot, like you're in between worlds. It's like you have what you've been doing and then you have your dream life, I'm trying to say, like what you want to do, whatever that is. And it's just showing that like these downloads that you're getting are assisting you with getting out from that in-between space. Those downloads that you're receiving are assisting you with moving forward into, the next step of life, like where you want to actually truly be or where you want to be working towards. So that's what those downloads are helping you with. That's what they're helping you with. Y'all, so let me tell you, I didn't track my time. I did not track my time. So if I'm still going and I see the counter, I'm just going to go ahead and do an introduction. I'm going to have to cut it because I do not like running over time. I don't like it. But yeah, so basically what I'm getting is that like the journey that you're taking, like I said, is for you to walk it by yourself at this time. Not trying to say that you'll never receive support down the road because that's not true. You will receive support. There will be people that is, they're going to admire your ambition. They're going to admire your confidence, your radiance, like the ability for you to change, for you to want change for yourself. And they're also going to admire how you're able to be yourself, but still, be yourself in a crowd of people. So you very much know who you are. So all this work that you're doing right now, as far as developing your self-esteem, radiating, defining who you are, like all of those things are pivotal as far as, people, supporting you and taking you seriously, because it's like, well, wow, look at this person. This person's so confident. They know how to work a room. They know how to just be themselves. They just, I'm trying to say, and people are going to see that. They're going to see that glow that's coming from within you knowing who you are. They're going to feel it. They're going to feel your presence, like your aura, like where it wants to be, it wants to be golden. We all have different color auras and stuff like that, but when somebody walk in a room and they have a yellow aura, a orange, a gold aura, a white, like you can tell. It's like you can completely tell. So basically what I'm trying to say right now is spirit, the divine, God is working on you, giving you these downloads, your spiritual team, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your spirit animals. Like, I was told to acknowledge the fairies. Because a lot of people do acknowledge the fairies. I personally don't, but a lot of people do. But I was told to also say that as well. you're receiving these downloads from these spiritual beings to assist you with getting out of this place. So you might have been stagnating, but honestly, I think everybody goes through that transition. Any successful person that is successful now, it's like they're in between worlds, because it's what you grew up knowing and it's what you want to attain, but you never attained it. Nobody in your family has ever attained it. Nobody can guide you and help you get there. So the universe is stepping in to be that guide to help you get out of that middle ground, that gray area that you don't want to be in anymore, and it's going to help, push you forward. But like I said, this is a personal journey for you right now at this time. This is your own personal journey for you becoming independent, for you being able to define yourself, have confidence, and validate yourself. Like, this is your own personal journey. So that's nice. That's what's up. I mean, if anything, my advice would be to continue doing what you're doing, to continue, receiving those downloads, because they're there to help push you out of where you are right now. And where you are right now might be comfortable, but like within your soul, within your soul that you want something more. Like, some people are comfortable with me and where they are. And that's why I'm like, okay, I've learned to accept it, because I know that there's a reason why I am where I am right now, and I have to accept it. So yeah. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I really wanted to pull out this Mystic Mondays deck, but the Cosmic Tarot deck, like, me and this Cosmic Tarot deck, like, we are inseparable. We are inseparable. When I tell y'all, this deck is like, all my decks for real that I'm best with, like, they all, like, I mean, some of them, when I get my decks, I always have to make sure I put like a crystal or like something on top of it, just to clear out the energy from whomever touched it before, handled it, packaged it, manufactured it, all of that stuff. But this deck right here, like, this me and this deck, like, we're friends, just playing. But yeah, for the most part, I guess I'm gonna look at different things that you should look forward to in terms of love. I can do self-love, and I can also do love with another person. So just things and different themes that you can look forward to in January. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Cosmic Tarot deck. If anybody has any questions, I am taking requests. But yeah. Sorry, I had to. Now I'm being shy. All right. So let's just go ahead and start with self-love and see what's going on. I hate when this happens. Like, when I tell y'all, it's all of these cards. All right, I'm gonna just take the first card that came out, but I'm gonna go back and shuffle the rest. Prince of Swords. What's the Prince of Swords? I think that's the Knight of Swords. Princess of Wands. I think this is the Page of Wands. All right. So as far as self-love, something that I see coming up for you is, I mean, actually, it's a lot of love here. A lot of love and a lot of passion. I just thought about this song. They'd be like, I love myself. I love myself. Y'all don't know that because it's from a podcast, but I just literally thought about that song, I Love Myself, because that's like literally kind of the vibe that I'm getting from you all. As far as what is this? What did I say this was again? The Knight of Swords. Okay. So, as far as with your self-love, I could definitely say that a lot of you all are, working very hard on controlling impulses to act, react. You're trying hard. So if you are an impulsive person, they're kind of just people that just make decisions without really thinking them through. But when it comes to self-love, even just how you care about yourself, your unconditional love for yourself is like a lot of you all aren't, you're trying to, you're not being impulsive. It's like you're trying to make, meticulous decisions as far as when it comes to yourself. I can definitely say that a lot of you all might have shunned away from doing some emotional work and emotional healing. But it seems like that is your focus right now at this time. You're not really focused on reacting, being reactionary. And I can definitely say, like, from my own experience, is like that was literally the type of person I was. Like, I would be like, well, I don't start nothing, won't be nothing. But if you start something, I'm a finish it. Like, I was that type of person, because it's like I was a reactionary, in which in some ways I definitely still am in relationships. So this message right here is definitely very relatable. It's just saying that a lot of you all aren't being as impulsive. You might be a little bit more cautious, or not even cautious, but just you might just take your time. You're not really rushing to do anything. You're not really pushing yourself to do anything that's uncomfortable, or putting yourself in any potentially dangerous situations. It's like you're not playing with your life, is basically what I'm trying to say. You're not playing when it comes to your own self-love and exploring your emotions and healing. Like, you're very much so taking steps, continuing your healing. Yep, that's what's coming up. You're taking steps, you're continuing your healing, and you're actually making progress. Like, you're making very quick progress. So if you were having an issue with self-love, with caring about yourself, if you were putting yourself in potentially dangerous situations, hanging out with people that were not good for you, it's showing that, like, you're very much so focused on, taking time, being aware, not setting yourself up. You're not playing with your life right now. And you're not playing with your healing. I feel like I said, a lot of you all might have had issues with addressing your emotions and actually getting down to the heart of the matter. Because sometimes the King of Cups, and sometimes he's like that, like the King of Cups. Clearly we have Cancer here. How, first of all, we already know how Cancers are. Like, we already know how Cancers are, like, not a bad thing, but they're just, emotionally emotional and sensitive people. So if you tend to be very emotional and sensitive, however, you weren't getting down to the root of your issues, then that could have been why you was a reactionary person, or you were like a hothead, or just ready to snap, or something like that. It seemed like a lot of you all really stepped back from that, like, energy that could potentially be volatile. And I just got a message too about someone not having tact. So someone learning how to have tact, learning how to say the right thing, basically like saying what is needed at the right time. People who lack tact, they just say whatever, whenever. Whereas it's like you're being more meticulous with your words and with the things that you're putting out into the world. But it took you some time to have to do some real emotional healing work. And that's kind of what you're doing right now. It says that you're making, like, great strides. This is something to look forward to. You're making very great, quick strides. And you're also doing it. I just kind of got the song Reckless Love by Alicia Keys. So you could look that up too. But she's talking about love with another person, but it's just the fact that it's like you're moving forward. Like, you're not reckless in a bad way, but it's kind of like you're doing this. You have this new energy, like this energy, and you're being supported. You're being supported by the universe right now. Like, there's literally a lot of power in the steps that you're taking. There's a lot of you're very powerful. You're very powerful, and your transformation is coming up here as well. Like, you're very powerful. Like I said, you're very passionate. Even here, you're meticulous, and you're focused. So that's kind of what's coming up here as well. Like you're very focused on caring for yourself. You're very focused on taking care of yourself. You're very focused on moving forward, but moving forward in a healthy manner. Not moving forward like a hothead or being impulsive, or you know what I'm trying to say. So you're moving forward. That's something to look forward to. Look forward to peace, and look forward to being calm and collected. So let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have over here. Yeah, like y'all are being so much more what is it called? Intentional. That's what it is. You're so much more intentional because the place that you're at right now with your self-love, caring about yourself, unconditional love, self-worth, self-esteem, confidence, like right now you're so much more so focused on taking slower steps. So you slowed down a lot. I feel like your attitude calmed down a lot. It could have been anger, and let me tell y'all, anger is an issue. Just playing. Anger is not an issue. Anger is a very important emotion. The only thing that is important is what you do with that anger and making sure that you're not doing anything reckless. So basically, I just feel as though you all are just calm down. You're so much more calm. You're so much more zen. Yes. No, I'm doing my live. So you're so much more zen. You're so much more calm, collected, and any steps that you take moving forward, you're trying to take, slow, meticulous steps. More, what's it called? You're thinking more. You know what I'm trying to say, as opposed to being so like just irrational if you have been in the past. So I'm seeing that a lot of you all apologize. I'm sorry. Let me get a clarification card, because I'm just like, did you vow to yourself that you would do better? Because I'm like, it seems like it was like some forgiveness or some type of apology that you had to give yourself for being out of character. It's some type of like self-awareness that I felt like you all had to do. Some type of self-awareness, because it's like you're noticing your patterns, and it's like you're trying to just slow down and calm down. A lot of you, I feel like, dealt with impulsivity, like just kind of doing things. I know when people, because I work in the mental health field, so I know when people are dealing with like anxiety and mania, they tend to be very impulsive, like because they're just up, moving around, like highly anxious, just doing things. Like, what I'm trying to say? A lot of you all might have had that. It's like somebody could be dealing with anxiety, somebody could be dealing with OCD, because OCD, that OCD will literally have you cleaning your entire house, like just being manic. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like a lot of you all are definitely trying to calm yourself down, so you could be practicing forgiveness and acceptance of yourself for how you used to be, that might have not been so desirable. And well, not to other people, but to yourself. This is about self-love. And so I feel like a lot of you all are just trying to take, slower steps, but more stable steps, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know, for some reason I'm getting Capricorn energy, and you know how Capricorns are. Like Capricorns, like when they put their mind to something, they typically do it, and they're planners. Like Capricorns, they have a plan A, and like they'll tell you the plan, and they'll be like, all right, do the plan. So like if you don't do the plan, Capricorns be like, I don't know why you didn't do the plan. Like, but they'll always have a plan B. You know what I'm trying to say? They'll always have a plan B, or they can always figure out, another way. So it's like, it seems like you're being so much more flexible with yourself, and you might be, like I said, figuring out another way to love yourself, to live life, just to present yourself in just a new way of being. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you try and calm down, and you're trying to be more zen. A lot of you all, it is coming up that you have came up out of the mud of struggle. So you might have been experiencing some type of like trauma related to not being enough, or some type of, I don't know, I just keep hearing PTSD, just some type of trauma from your past that might that might be telling you that you have to operate a certain way, or that you have to remain, in the mold of, what your parents, what your grandparents carved out for you. But what is showing up is that you're taking a step back, and you're focusing more so on yourself and on loving yourself in as smooth as a way as possible. I'm like, all right, so I be getting shy when other people are around and I'm trying to read. I be getting so shy. But all right, y'all. So let me see. I don't want my time to run down, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get into this Sacred Destiny deck, and I'm probably gonna let it go for tonight because it's getting late. Didn't I just say flexibility? Y'all being more flexible. I said I wasn't going to show my nails. I'm gonna try to show this card though, because I'm not done with my nails. But flexibility is what's coming up, and I literally just said that you're definitely being more flexible with yourself, which is nice. You're understanding that there's another way to live life. You don't have to do what you were told or what you was programmed to do. Like, you're not doing it. Like, so that's something definitely good to continue looking forward to, is flexibility. I feel like you're very strong. Like, and you can, and this is why I'm wearing my dragon spirit earrings today as opposed to the butterflies, because like the dragon to me, it just represents, it represents, of course, like typically it's protection, strength, some people look at dragons as a negative connotation, within a negative connotation, but dragons are strong, like they're just strong creatures. Like, I don't know what else to say, but whenever I have this dragon energy on, it always like makes me think about Cisco Unleash the Dragon. Oh my God, I love that song. But for the most part, y'all are strong, and when it's like you're starting to understand when you need to step into that masculine energy if you're a feminine, or when you need to go in, like when you need to go for broke. And I feel like you all are developing the ability to like temper your mood, what I'm trying to say. So when it's time to go for broke, and you also know when it's time to just chill and to relax and to be more flexible. So I feel like you're starting to see yourself as more transient as opposed to being more stuck and stagnant. Like you're kind of seeing yourself as being everything as opposed to like nothing, So that's good. I feel like a lot of you all could definitely be exploring other creative talents as well, because you're just kind of opening up yourself. You could be reparenting yourself as well, just trying out as many new things as possible, because in all actuality, it's like it's all about different experiences that that your soul can experience, because our souls are transient. Like, once we pass away, our bodies are, that's it, and now we're we're souls now, we're spirits, what I'm trying to say. And so I thought Bella was right there. And so basically, that's where a lot of you are right now. You're starting to understand that you're more than just your circumstances, and you're more than just who you thought you were or who you defined yourself as, because you're defining yourself as a more evolved and a new person. You're growing. And so here we also have thriving is what came up as well. So this is something to look forward to continue thriving and to continue pushing and moving forward. A lot of you all, like I did mention, you're like a tree right now, where it's like your roots are planted firmly. And even if you're a tree stump, that tree is growing. It's a lot going on underneath the surface to look forward to. It's a lot of growth, and some of that growth, like, remember how I said earlier, like your vision, like you don't even know the full extent of your own vision. You just know what you could think of, but you don't actually truly know everything else that God has for you, because he's always going to give you like more than what you thought. Always going to give you more than what you thought, or what you was about to settle on. There's always going to be more. That's still hidden. Everything hasn't yet come to light, which is completely fine, because what is important for y'all right now is just to continue growing, to continue focusing on yourself, and to continue to be confident and allow that confidence to illuminate and for other people to see. But yeah, a lot of you all are thriving, just like this card said. You're thriving, you're moving forward, and I feel like you're starting to understand why things happened, and you're starting to have more so of a macro level understanding of your life. You know what I'm trying to say? More of a macro level understanding. So now not only are you looking at, the day to day, like, just the things that are happening on a day to day basis, but you're also looking at like these bigger themes, the bigger picture of your life. And I feel like continue to radiate and continue to grow. And then all of those things will make sense, and the rest of your vision will continue to be revealed to you. But for right now, everything isn't yet revealed, but that's completely okay, because it's just not. Just playing. It just is. Like, you're not going to know everything. And that's all right. As long as you're taking steps with God and continuing to focus, like I was talking about earlier. But y'all are already in this energy anyway of focus, because you're really super, like, hyper focused on your ambitions, your motivations moving forward. It's like you're very focused on really climbing this mountain and getting to the peak, is what I see. Like, you're not stopping, even if there are roadblocks, even if there are distractions, even if there are things that want to come along and want to distract you. Like I just said, distractions, things that want to come along and cloud your vision. Even when you can't see the full picture, it's like you're just grinding. You're just grinding to grind at this point in time, because it's like you going for broke. It's like when you go for broke, let me tell you something. When you go for broke, it's like you're in beast mode, and it's like you don't even know why you in beast mode. It's just like, I'm in beast mode right now. I don't even know why. And then you reach the peak, and then you're like, okay, I understand why I was in beast mode. It's just kind of like something that naturally happens. Like, have you ever like sat and literally created something, and then before you knew it, it's like you were so into it, and like there was just so much like communion with spirit going on while you're doing this thing? That typically happens when I'm making costumes, like making carnival costumes. It's like my mind be so into what I'm doing, and by the time I know it, it's like I'm meditating while being awake, while it's crazy. Like, well, it's not crazy, but it's interesting. It's interesting. So yeah, same messages that are coming up. Look forward to truly embracing the change that has happened within you, where we have the transformation card. And transformation is heavy, so y'all are definitely transforming. I was just literally talking about my butterfly spirit animals that I chose. I chose the word the dragon today, but yeah, like butterflies are coming up heavy. And for the most part, I feel like a lot of you are focusing so much on embracing that change within you, embracing the person that you're, becoming. Like, and that's good, because you should love yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? You should love yourself. You should advocate for yourself. If you don't do it, then who you gonna expect to do it for you? Like, who gonna stand in for you? You feel me? Who's gonna stand in? So these are gonna be the last two cards that I pull. I really want to go get comfortable, and it is getting late. So with that being said, yes, a lot of you all can continue to look forward to just being super hyper focused. That's not going away. And then to also be diligent. And like I said, to have to develop a greater, a macro level perspective of your life, so that you're seeing what these bigger pictures are, and you're finally understanding these things. I feel like a lot of you all too tend to focus a lot on integrity, making sure that you're moving forward with your morals, with your ethics. You have your own set of values that works for you. You have your own set of values. And I feel like some of you, like, you tend to be super hyper focused on that you tend to, miss moments or miss opportunities, because you might be so in in your Knight of Swords, like your Knight of Swords, like not Knight of Swords, King of Swords, because that's what came up last week, was like that King of Swords energy, where it's like, all right, you not in your emotions no more. You're very much so in your head, like you ready to get things done, no emotions. I don't got time for it. I don't have time for anything else. I'm focused on practicality, rationality. Like this is what I'm focused on. I feel like some of you all, like I said, tend to be really like, maybe you might impose boundaries around yourself, which might be closing you off from other opportunities. So just because something doesn't immediately at first glance fit into, you know, your morals, ethics, your values and stuff like that, it doesn't mean that that's something that you should turn away. It might be for you to embody that flexibility, to be able, and then also to look at the opportunity, the situation, circumstance, whatever it is, from a macro level perspective, and go ahead, because you don't want to close yourself off from opportunities just because at first glance it's like, like I don't know what that is. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, protect yourself, guard yourself, because like I said, if you don't do it, who's going to do it for you? But at the same time, don't be so concerned with things having to be morally right all the time. You might be closing yourself off from other opportunities, from support, from a lot of different things that could potentially benefit and push you forward. But that's up to you to, that's up to you to figure that out, if that's the right thing for you. I can't tell you what to do, but all I can say is that you might be missing opportunities from just being in your being in your Knight of Swords, like, no, we won't go. Just playing. Just playing, like, you know, it was like, when it was like the first day of school or the first day of like any activity, and you're just like, no, I don't want to go. Like, I don't want to go. And your parents is like, I already paid for this. You said you wanted to do this. Why you don't want to go? Like, that type of attitude. So, you know, make sure that you opening yourself up to different opportunities and being flexible. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and end the reading right here with the last card. It's just showing me that a lot of you all should look forward to stepping through that in-between world that I was talking about earlier. So look forward to that. Look forward to, you know, spirit lighting your path. Look forward to there being a light at the end of the tunnel, and look forward to stepping through that gateway, step beyond the in-between. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you're really going to become literally a mystical creature like this dragon here. This card has a unicorn on it, and unicorns, they say unicorns don't exist, but a lot of people definitely carry the unicorn spirit and whatnot, because they're just, like they're just everything. They're just everything. They're just transient. They're everything. And that's really the type of energy that is, you know, that energy could be following you right now too. But the butterfly is helping to open you up to transform so that you can fully step into this energy of just being all of that and a bag of chips. Just playing. But with that being said, I think my time is going to be running down. I feel like I would have had like 10 additional minutes probably. I'm not too sure. But yeah, y'all, go ahead and check out my other readings that I have posted. Your girl, I'm producing a lot of things right now, on top of being a single mom, on top of homeschooling, on top of my regular day job. Like, so make sure that you go ahead and check out my other videos. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. I want to go ahead and get my my thumbnail. So let me get my thumbnail. I'm so done. I'm so done, but I hope everyone has a good night, and I will see you next week. Hopefully next Thursday. If not next Thursday, then I'll do Friday, but just look out for that. But yeah, see ya. Have a good week, everyone.